Okay, what's up, guys? My name is TMossBoss, and I wanted to let you guys know about Anchor. Anchor is an app that you can download to record your podcast in the easiest way ever. Like, it doesn't require a whole lot to know. Like, you just pretty much press record and you just start doing your podcast and stuff. I don't know what you plan on doing, but you plan on doing something. That's why you're here. So, yeah, download Anchor, or you could go to their website, anchor.fm, and yeah, you could do it straight from your computer too. So yeah, it's easy. They distribute everything to they distribute your podcast to every streaming services like out there, Spotify, Apple Music, anywhere. Okay, and then you can monetize it, so you're making money off of what you love doing. All right, so people, make sure you do it. Make sure you download Anchor, or you go to their website, anchor.fm. I will talk to you guys later. Thank you guys for listening. Peace. Okay, what's up, guys? Welcome to another episode of the TMossBoss Show. I don't even know. I'm gonna try my hardest to turn this into a random talk because I don't feel like doing a relationship advice because I know I'm going to end up reading something super long. And I can't think of anything else to really do. So that's why I'm like, man, that's when it's like, that's when you know you've done too much. That's when you know you just done way too much. But anyways, my laptop is frozen. It's like halfway frozen. I don't understand how a laptop can be halfway frozen. That's why I want to get me a new laptop, because I'm like, I cannot own this laptop anymore. Like, I'm on the verge of just destroying it because it's not compatible anymore. Like, that's, and I don't know. Maybe after a while, like, technology is supposed to get old, but it's just kind of a dumb thing that whoever sat down and thought, hey, you know what? After a while, we should just have it where technology fails on you and you overall have to go out and buy another one. Like, and that's like, wait, for an example, iPhones. I never understood why people, or yeah, whoever is behind it, like, why would you purposely slow down iPhones just so a person has to spend more money? And I'm like, I don't want to do that. If the phone works and it's okay, I feel like that it should be up to the person, the buyer. If it's up to them, like, it's time to buy a new one, but not based off of its performance. Like, that's why I'm like, I liked how it was at first. I don't know why it can't go back to those days. You know, like, it's just, man, I don't understand it. It's just somewhere I'm like, man, it's just people. You know, you'll have these companies brag all about their technology just for their stuff to fail on you. Like, I know after a while I'm going to have to end up, and that's the sucky part about it. I know after a while I'm going to have to go out and get me a new iPhone. So I'm going to enjoy it. I'm going to use and abuse this iPhone as much as I possibly can before that time happens. But I can say this, though. There's this app. Bro, it's the craziest thing ever. So today, of course, Call of Duty guys they send me a notification every single day. I'm like, look, when I'm truly bored, then that's when I'll play Call of Duty on my phone. But until then, I'm just not gonna be like, you know what? I'm just gonna play Call of Duty on my phone. Like, you know, there are all these I can play Call of Duty on my Xbox, PlayStation, anywhere. But no, just instead I'm gonna play it on my phone. So, but no, anyways, I created a song today off of my phone. There's this app called BandLab, and it is seriously the dopest thing ever. Like, I've created a full-on song today, and I'm like, yo, I was happy about that. I was like, yo, that is wild. I have never done that before. Like, I've never created a song off of my phone before. I've created a song. That was tripping out one of my friends how I was creating music. Like, when I very first started making music when I was 12, I was making music off of a PSP, them little handheld PlayStations that came out when we were like 9-10 years old. Yeah, I was creating music off of that. No, it was that music producer, musician, it's the same thing. But anyways, Timberland, he created this program called Beaterator. And yeah, I remember I was like, I didn't really know what I thought it was a game. So I didn't really know what I was getting myself into and things when I bought it. But once when I seen what it was, I was like, oh, okay, so you make music off of it. And I can't remember thinking if it was cool or not, but I do remember I got like heavily involved in it. Like I was making a lot of music off of it and stuff. So yeah, it was fun. It was fun. I actually would love to have that program again. Like Timberland needs to re-release that or come out with like a updated. Cause I'm like, see now somebody like him, that's the one that needs to be making music programs, like the actual legitimate music producers. But when you got FL Studios they're going to charge you like 3-4 times to eventually get the program that you need. Then there's this other program. I remember, I can't even think of the name of it, but it's like pretty much the second to FL Studios. And that costs like $700. I'm thinking in my head, like the first laptop, the Lenovo laptop that I bought didn't even cost that much. So explain to me how a music program where I'm the one that's going to be making the music. I'm the one that's like, putting all this stuff together. They're just like, see, that's what I'm like, man. When the day comes when I can like, finally like put my creativity to use and things like, oh, there's going to be a lot of companies probably getting put out of business. Like, I don't want to be that person, but also I don't like the fact where a person has to spend unnecessary amounts of money and things. And you guys, I'm saying, like, it's just, I honestly feel like that it's worthless. Like spending that much, because sit down and think about it, right? Sit down and think about it. You're investing that much money into this company when you very well can be. What I would rather do, use that money to invest in my own company or a company that I can actually trust. But like, I buy this program and then it doesn't work and then I'm out of $700 and stuff. And I know people are like, oh, well, and what if they don't have a refund policy? So I'm out of my $700 and things. I think it was like $700 or $800. It was an expensive program. But even like, there's editing softwares that's like that. Because I guess I can, because the editing software that I'm using right now, like to record this episode, to work on videos, it messes up sometimes. And I kind of get sick and tired of it. But I think it's overall this laptop that I have. I don't think it's the programs that I'm using. No, it's just this laptop. It just decided one day, and out of all of the time that it could have messed up, it decided that it's going to start messing up during quarantine. Like that's the most upsetting part, is that it started messing up now. It didn't mess up before quarantine. It was actually fine before quarantine. I actually don't remember it even having any issues or problems before quarantine. Like, I'm trying to think. No, there's no issues with it before quarantine. So that's why I'm like, it's just super upsetting where I'm like, I'm kind of stuck with it until then. Like, I've been looking on Amazon though. No, I have. I was just like, nah, like if it comes down to it, I guess I am going to have to order a laptop or order something off of Amazon. I really don't like doing that. But at the same time, I'm like, bruh, I can't use this laptop anymore. This laptop, it's just, I'm gonna try, but I'm telling you, I'm really losing my patience with it, because it really just froze Google Chrome. So I uploaded, I was trying to upload 2 YouTube videos on Google Chrome. I barely had any tabs open. I had Facebook, of course YouTube, and Twitter. I think I might have had like 2 or 3 YouTube links open, but there's been times when I've had more stuff open on, like, because it, like, for the reaction videos, I would I'll have the videos already open, so then I'm like, oh, okay, I don't have to like go around and search for them. And I've uploaded multiple videos, like 6-7 videos, and this wasn't even too long ago. So that's why I'm like, bruh, I don't understand. Like, some days it acts normal, some days it doesn't. Like, I'm saying, like, this laptop acts like it hasn't its time of the month, and I'm like, it's not the time right now. Right now is not the time. Like, do this after quarantine. I feel like it would make more sense to do it after quarantine because then I'm like, oh, okay, well, places are open, businesses are open and all of that. Like, no, that's two laptops I'm definitely staying away from is Acer and Dell. Because Dell, I think, I remember I had that laptop for a few years, but the material must have been cheap and generic. I don't understand how a laptop screen. I don't know if I've ever told that story before. I think I might have mentioned it a few times, but so I had just seen that there's a song that I had made. There's a song that I made, called Two Worlds Collide. And I seen that song was available on Spotify. So I started freaking out because I'm like, yo, that's dope. That's amazing. Like, I got music on Spotify now. So anyways, I'm tripping out about that. I'm getting it because I had like a just years worth of music on that laptop. So anyways, and this laptop has had issues before. Like I'll get to that. But anyways, I go up in my room. I'm getting ready to just like go crazy with it. Like I'm about to post a lot of music and stuff. And on this what was the website I was even using at the time? Because now I don't even go through them anymore. I go through United Masters to post my music. But anyways, besides that, so I was going on some website to getting ready to post all my music and things. And as soon as I opened up my computer, so that the corner part of the laptop at the screen, like at that area, the screen had busted out. So if I tried to close it, it would break even more. And that's why I'm like, I don't understand how. I think because my mom had got it for me when I was in school. So I had the laptop for a few years and things, like, because I think, when did I have to get me a new one? I think it was like 2017. When did I post that song on social or not on Spotify? I gotta go to my thingy thing on Spotify. Posted that song. So I posted it in May of 2017. So it was in 2017, and I got that laptop in 2013. So 4 years old. It wasn't I guess that's like around the time for laptops to start getting all old and stuff, but not material wise. I guess slowing down and all that stuff I can understand, but not material. Cause I was like, I remember when I had got my Lenovo laptop, I asked the guy, how long is this laptop gonna last? Like, how long do usually these like cheaper laptops last? And he's like, oh, probably a year or two. And I'm like, I think I can work with that. And yeah, I think it was maybe last year or the year before. That's when I had got this old freaking crappy Acer. It's like, it's supposed to be a gaming laptop. I'm like, this ain't no gaming laptop. Like, I don't know what kind of laptop. Honestly, that's why I should get an Apple laptop. I can't even go on Amazon right now because Google is just. I don't understand how does the program I'm using right now, Wondershare Fillmore, it's working. I'm recording a whole episode right now, but I can't open up any other program besides Google. That's the type of stuff where I'm like, it fuels up anger, and I end up getting angry, and I'm most likely gonna jump as high as I possibly man. I think it's probably best I'm kind of sitting here being humbled with the stuff that I have, because I think if I was one of those rich dudes that can just go out and just get anything I want, I guess people would be getting a lot of shows out of me and stuff. They would be hoping that the next laptop breaks on me that I get and stuff. Because I honestly want to just pull a Negan on this computer. I seriously want to go through the trouble. I want to go up to Dick's Sports Goods store, get me a wooden baseball bat, find a place that sells barbed wire. Dick's Sport, they don't seem like the type of store that sells barbed wire, but they'll surprise you. I feel like, I'll go in there and be like, hey, where's your guys' barbed wire at? They're like, oh, follow me. It's right over here. And then they're like, actually, you know what? I got some things I got to put away, but just head straight down here, take a left. It's on this back wall right. They'll say some stuff like that. I know they would. They always say stuff like that. But anyways, I want to go through the trouble of getting a wooden baseball bat, getting barbed wire, getting some gloves so I can like hold the barbed wire, wrap it around the bat, and then go. What Negan he had. So yeah, you know what? No, I'll get the whole outfit. Well, I don't really like jeans anymore, so I'll compromise. I'll wear my, usual, some like black Adidas sweats and things. Get me a black leather jacket. Actually, no, I like this jean. The jean jacket seemed like it'll fit. Get me a hoodie. I'll be Black Negan. I'll just wear like some sneakers and all that stuff. Go out in the middle of the woods. Call some friends over that's Walking Dead fans. Probably one of my friends I know she'll show up because she's a big time Walking Dead fan. Probably yeah my my friend, but I used to work with him, but he watches Walking Dead. He probably just come over to get a laugh and things, but I seriously would go like how Negan went off on Glenn in Walking Dead. That's what I want to do to this laptop. And this laptop's probably hearing everything that I'm saying, and it's all like, oh, you can say what you want. Google's not opening up. This laptop is stupid, man. I swear it is. Like, I just don't understand. There's other things I've had longer than it. Like, I've had... Okay, so here's the thing. There's my Xbox One. It's the original Xbox One to come out. So it's not like a newer, improved version of the Xbox One. It is the original Xbox One. The only issue that I have is a microphone issue. I'm not all that worried because I don't even like talking on microphones anyway. I just like playing the games and listening to music. But that still works. It doesn't act slow. It doesn't do anything crazy. Like, it is just a regular old Xbox. My PlayStation, I think I had to say maybe I had my PlayStation longer than this. Like, I can't remember. I can't remember which ones I bought first. But anyways, yeah, there's stuff that I've had that's not even been, there for a while and stuff. But, no, they have been there for a while. And then it's been here longer than this laptop, and it's just decides, oh yeah, I'm just gonna act weird on you and stuff. But telling you, man, this laptop, I really want to go off on it and things. But anyways, on the much more positive side, I guess. Yeah, I'm probably gonna make some more music off of this app though. Like, I think, cause I made this song. I'm actually, cause since it's my song, since I worked on this song, I guess I can play like a small preview on it. I'll play the preview I posted on Instagram. Because I was like, I'm liking this song and how it sounds. But anyways. And that is it. Yeah, I like that a lot. I know people are probably like, if you are tripping off of the fact that I like EDM music. I love EDM music. EDM music. It's funny how a lot of the people that I'm friends with today, like back in the day, I remember when we like all used to go to school with each other, I was really the only one that had like EDM. Like, I was listening to Excision long before I had to say any of my friends was. It was me, and then there's this... It was actually... So, no, shout out... I don't feel... I ain't gonna say her full name, but I will... I guess I can, like, show her some sort of credit in things. But shout out to an old friend of mine's named Brooklyn. She was the one... So, actually, technically, she was the first one I had to say that was in the EDM music out of like all the people that I'm friends with. And then she told me about EDM music. She told me about dubstep, freaking what else? Hard step. She told me about like a lot of like different EDM genres and stuff. And so it just really opened up a new door for me, and I got inspired and made some EDM songs myself. And I've been in love with EDM music since probably for definitely almost 10 years, because I met her when I was 14, so I was in high school. So probably like 14 years. Dang, that's crazy. That's seriously crazy. Like, that's something you don't just really sit down and think of. But nah, like she's the one that got me into it. But I remember because I think she told me I didn't really like hardstep that much, but when she told me about dubstep, oh my goodness. I was really the only, and then I think she eventually introduced me into Excision, and it was like them like hour long mixes and stuff. There's a one I can't remember if it was 2010 or 2011, or it was either between 2010 and 2013. I think those is like the EDM Excision mixes. Like he'll get like a bunch of songs, mix them together. But no, there's this new one that he did. It was like a mix of his music and stuff. And because I've been meaning to listen to like some EDM songs for a while. And I actually had to stop myself from like listening to any more because it seemed like every song that had played, I had end up downloading it. So there's this one called the Snake Pits. There's this one called Death Rail, Snake Pits, and The Breakdown. And those are the three that I like the most out of all of them and stuff. And I was like, man, I don't know why I don't go to one of those like festivals or shows or anything. Like me, I'm that person where I want to perform at one of those shows. Like I don't know. I don't want to be the person in the crowd. I want to be the person like looking at the crowd. I want to be that person on stage and things. So one day I will. But no, it surprised one of my friends. She had cause when I was like dealing with all my stuff a while ago. Because we hadn't talked in a while. I can't. When was the last time I seen her? That's the question. I can't remember. When I seen. It's like a lot of people I hadn't seen in a long time, in years. Like I'm trying to think. I don't really remember. I might have seen her like around high school, my like high school graduation and stuff. But if not, then I can't remember the last time I seen her. I don't remember seeing her like walking like anyway. Like I hadn't seen her in a while. But anyways. She always posts about like EDM and going to these festivals and shows, and it was like her, and then there was another friend of ours. She likes EDM music, and I'm like, when she was telling me about that like EDM music and things, and I was just all like, oh yeah, I know about this already. Like you ain't told me. I was listening to this all the way when I met you guys. So I'm like, yeah, I know everything about it. It's funny. It's like people try to tell me about stuff that I already know about. Like, oh yeah, I know about that, and then it's like they still proceed on telling you. Like that's the stuff that like I get it. I know I get it. Like they're all like, oh, you watch there's a zombie show called Walking Dead. I'm like, oh yeah. I was like, I watched that. Yeah, there's like Rick Grimes and Shane, and yeah, I seen that already. I know. Then Daryl, and I'm like, okay, I get it. Yeah, Shane, he ain't even alive, and Rick is off of the show now. So I'm like, you're not telling me. I'm a lot more seasons ahead of you and stuff. So. But anyways, yeah, it's funny when people do that. I'm like, man, like I know about it. You're not telling me anything. Like I might not know everything about it, but I know some things, you know. But shout out to the people that when I say, oh yeah, I know about that, then then they start talking about what they know, and then it gives me the opportunity to talk about what I know and stuff. But the ones that cut you off and they just like they insist on telling you because they don't take your word, like trust me, I know, like, you just take my word for it, please. Like, you're telling me something. I'm like, then that's when you want to cut them off and be like, yeah, and then, Rick took Shane out in Shane took Rick out in some woods. They had like a little standoff, and then they ended up Rick ended up shooting Shane. Then Carl came and he shot. Yeah, I seen that episode. It was a crazy episode. It was actually those was my two favorite episodes of Walking Dead. Switching gears now, talking about Walking Dead. Walking Dead, people might say things about that show. I had numerous friends saying that they stopped watching that show. And it was like, there's like me and then one of my other friends. We're like the final two people that's still watching that show, I think. Like, I mean, of course, yeah, they got like the Walking Dead fan base. My other friend, he's been texting me saying how he just recently started watching the show. And, when did he stop watching it? I think it was before, spoiler alert, before Carl had died. And he started watching because it was around that time. It was around that time when Carl had died. Because I remember I told him I almost cried on that episode, bro. I'm saying like because there's the one friend I didn't even know she was a fan of Walking Dead at that time. But I had been I think if she, if I, cause no, there's, if I probably had been over at her house, watching it, I don't know, cause I've kind of felt like tears like forming up in my eyes, and I did kind of, wipe a little bit. Nobody didn't see me and things, and so anyways, I was chilled, I was Gucci. So I'm like, I ain't had to, really worry about much, but I'm like, if I was with her, and then of course, because she said her family watches it too, them guys probably had looked over at me and been like, Tyler, are you crying? And I'm like, look, all right, it's an emotional episode, because it was sad. Like his little sister started screaming and crying. I'm like, man, why they have to do stuff like that? Like that's something. I'm like, it's just unnecessary. And then they because no. For those that, y'all don't even really care anymore, like, oh, what happened and things. So, Carl had got bit. And then everybody was saying their final goodbyes, and it was just a sad moment. Then it got all the way towards the end. He ended up shooting himself and killing. I'm like, why? Why is this so emotional? Like, bruh, can it just go back to where only the bad people are dying, or the people that we don't really care about, Like, I'm saying, like, when it was just, who was the first, like, major death to me? Because I had to I don't know if it would have been, I would say Dale. It would probably be Herschel. That's when I realized, like, oh, they're not playing around. I'm trying to think. There wasn't no other deaths that really took me and things, but it was definitely Herschel's that was like, whoa, wow, wait a second. I felt sorry for T-Dog too, because T-Dog, I had liked T-Dog, even though he didn't get that much time and things. I was like, no, I like T-Dog. Carl, his was sad, Glenn's was sad, who else was sad? I think those was like really the only two that, like, Glenn, because I was full on shaking. A TV show has never brought me to that stage of my life before, to where I am shaking, to where I am nervous for what's gonna happen next. A TV show's never done that to me before. So that's why I'm like, I am so glad I skipped out on trick-or-treating with my friends on Halloween Day back in 2010, so I can go back home and watch Walking Dead. Like, honestly, I seriously did. I told my friends, like, oh, I had to go home. My mom said I did. She's asleep. Like, she don't even know what's going on and stuff. So I'm like, oh, okay, yeah. I'm just gonna go home, watch me some Walking Dead. I still remember I watched the first episode, and then after that, I remember I stopped. But then there's this kid I was going to school with. Shout out to Martin. I don't remember. Martin was cool. But we were walking home, and then he started talking about it, and I was like, oh yeah, I seen the first episode and things. I was just like, when's the next episode coming out? And he's all like, bro, this like been 2-3 episodes that came out already. And so I was like, whoa, wait a second, hold on now. And I'm like, when was this? And I'm like, man, I'm all mad. I'm like, dang, nobody ain't tried to tell me or nothing. So then I remember I went home. I don't know if I binged watched the episodes, but I do remember I watched them all, and then was waiting for the very next episode and things. And then I remember I pretty much got my whole family into the show. I told my dad about it, told my mom about it. My sister, of course, she figured, okay, well, they're watching this show, she might as well tag it. I think I might have I don't know, I don't think I told her about it. But I think she had to be. I remember she was like watching it a lot with us, but she was sadly one of those people that stopped watching it. So overall, yeah, it's like I had to say it was me, my mom. I don't know if my dad watches it anymore. And then there's then it's just my friend. That's it. We're honestly, I was like, yeah, me, my mom, and my friend. We're the only. Oh, then her family, I guess, but my friend's family. But yeah. We're probably like, yeah, it was like, but there's friends I remember I was going to school talking about the show with and things. It's funny because like me and my friend, like we wasn't friends back in school, but I know there have been days where I would have been sprinting all the way to like go find her and stuff. If we were friends in high school, there have been days where I probably would have been sprinting to her, tackling, pushing kids out the way and stuff, talking about, did you see what happened last night? Shane I'm like, yeah. I think it's probably best because the hypeness would have definitely been real and stuff. But It's messed up though, you know. It's like friends. Like I wasn't even friends with her in school. Like I was like, we talk about that. Like, dang, how is it like that? We hit it off so well, and we didn't even talk to each other. Honestly, that's the thing. Like I don't remember seeing her that much in school. So I'm like, man, I bet, you know what? No, there's a gang of kids where it was like that. There's times when I look through the yearbooks, I'm like, who are these kids? Like, I have not seen any of these. I've seen the same kids every single day, and I do not remember seeing any of these kids. I even remember in my graduation, they had me walk with, like, 3 random kids I don't even know. I actually, like, somewhat befriended the one. I remember I had him laughing and things when we were in the when we were sitting and stuff, because I'm like, even on my final few days of being a high schooler and stuff, I still had to crack my jokes and stuff. So anyways, I actually fell asleep during my high school graduation. I think I cracked like a few jokes. Then they got up there and got the talking and things. I'm like, bruh, can we get our diploma and go home? Like, man, I seriously just want to go home and just eat whatever food is there, because I'm like, I know it's gonna be a massive celebration and things. I had like overall 3 parties. Of course, like I had the party with me and my family. Then I went to my cousin's party because he was a graduate. Me and him, we're the same age, so we were graduating at the same time and stuff. I went to his house party. Then my friend, I was the only black person there, but it was like, it was white people and it was Guamanian people. So I was like, I guess, but no, we were like straight up like I don't know, what were we were like the multicultural friend group. We had like one of each in our group. We had one Samoan, one black, one white, one Asian, one. Yeah, that was about it. There wasn't really nobody. It was just us and things. And so, anyways, yeah, we all went there. You know me, I had to eat my like share food and stuff. What did I eat? I remember I had ice cream and cake, and then over at my friend's house or at my cousin's house, I had pizza. And what did I eat when I came back home? I don't know. I might have crashed because I was like, dang, I am stuffed. I'm like, yeah, that was fun. I want to just relive that day, but just the day where I just went to each individual person's house just eating food. Like, that everything else before, like, the graduate, I don't want to go through that all over. That's why I'm like, man, I wonder if we're going to have, like, a high school reunion. Because that's what I'm, like, curious of. I'm like, them guys, I'm like, I don't know. I would go, but I'm like, dang, I don't know. It's like one of those things where I'm like, I don't even know. They don't even, the school I went to don't even seem like the type. They should, though. They doing all this renovation and stuff. I walked past my old high school today. I was going to the corner store and was getting me some like Red Bulls and things. I walked past there. They're doing all this construction. That's the thing I just don't understand. There's no kids going to school right now. So what y'all doing this construction for? Like, that's what I'm like, man. And then they're going to wait until everybody else does. There's so many things that happened at my school after I graduated. Excuse me. Freaking Richard Sherman went to my school. What else? And then I remember somebody had spray painted on the walls saying F Miss Bennett. Miss Bennett was the detention lady. Nobody didn't like her and stuff. But yeah, they did that. Then they're doing like the construction in our school. And I remember they showed, because the whole reason why. Because I think there's a week where it was raining bad. Like, it was raining bad. I mean, usually it does, but no, they had, like, some straight up, like, leak issues and stuff. I remember there was, like, a bubble of water on the floor. I don't even know how that was. I guess it was, like, water had built up underneath, and so it just caused this, like, big giant bubble in the floor. And that was seriously wild. It was like the floor had a pimple and things. And I was like, that was the most craziest thing ever. I was like, and it was in my class. I was like, I remember it was the teacher I had. It was like, I don't know if it was in any other classes and stuff, but yeah. They had like, there was times where like because it was an outdoor school, so there would be like holes in the roof where it was like rain would just go through and things. So you over there trying to like not get hit by the rain, but then there's a hole, and I'm like, bro, I don't even understand this. Like, what is going on right now? But no, I remember because it was, I guess one of my friends, they have a sibling that goes there now. and they shared the video of when there's a leak going. So at my school, there was 2 lunchrooms. They had like the big, like the main lunchroom, and then they had one of these like smaller lunchrooms and stuff. And it was in the smaller lunchroom, that's where a leak had came through and stuff, and was just like, water was just going all over the place. I'm like, dang, that's some crazy behavior right there. I'm like, that's crazy. But no, that's cool. I mean, there's some things that happened at when I was going there too. Like, fights didn't really go on, but I know I'll never forget when the security guard, he failed trying to walk out. Actually, he was trying to push his bike out the door. And it was messed up because me and my friends, we all was just like sitting there laughing. And I'm like, I know if he wanted to, he could get us in trouble right now. But I remember I was like messing around with my friends. I was like climbed up on this pole thing. But then somehow like I lost my gripping, fell down, smashed on this brick. I remember like my butt had just went numb because I was like, it was just like, I'm a small, fragile person, all right? So I have like no butt, it's just bone, and I just remember it hitting that bone, and I'm like, well, that's it for me. I'm like, you guys can go ahead and call somebody to come pick me up because I can't stand. So I'm like, yeah, I felt pain that day. What else? A bird flew through our lunchroom. Yeah, I mean, from me breaking things to me yelling at teachers, the birds flying in the lunchroom, to what else happening? Couples fighting in the middle of class. Yeah, I remember there was this 2 couples, they were fighting in the middle of class, and I'm like, okay, so things has officially gotten awkward. Kid brought his gun to our school, got suspended. Then the girl, a girl had she rightfully did she did the right thing. She told on him, and he was threatening her, and I'm like, I don't understand. You bring a gun to school, okay? Like, hear me out here. Hear me out. You bring a gun to school. You show the wrong people. They tell. I mean, what did you expect? Maybe he was expecting a handshake. I don't know, but I'm like, yeah, it's kind of dumb, bro. Like, don't bring stuff like that to school. But what else? There's a lot that went down. I honestly should just do like a history thing of my school, because I'm like, there's so many stuff that went down. But anyways, that's all the time I have for you guys. Thank y'all for watching and or listening. I'm probably going to do a video episode here soon, because now Anchor allows you where you can do video episodes. So stay tuned for that. That's definitely going to be in the works. I don't know when I'll do it, but I might, trying to think. If I remember to, I'll try to remember to do it for the first episode of season 30. So I'm like, do something special and things. If it works, I don't know. But anyways, I will talk to you guys later. Thank you guys for watching and or listening. If you're viewing this on YouTube, like and subscribe. If you're viewing this on a podcast streaming service, make sure you follow or subscribe, however it's set up. And if you're purchasing tickets from SeatGeek, make sure you use my promo code TMossBoss. It will knock $20 off your first purchase. And that being said, I'll talk to you guys later. Thank you for watching and or listening, and peace.